We're stoked. We are stoked, dude. America is partying. Let's get on with this. Let's get this out of our government. Let's get this influence out of politics. And let's get back to making America great. Let's get back to America.
Conspiracy theories are entering a dangerous...
Information is the oxygen of the democracy.
There's so much evidence out there that even if less than 1% is true, that would be enough to collapse the current paradigm and change the whole planet.
Joel Berry. Let's briefly just take a look at some of the Zionist shill nobodies on the internet. Joel Berry, one of these nobodies. I think he's associated with the Daily Wire. Couldn't care less. In the last year, Candace and Tucker have given our side nothing but demoralization, division, confusion, and conflict. Their impact on the right has been devastating. They've made us weaker, and they've won nothing except clicks and ad revenue for themselves. Pathetic. Bitch, your side is Israel first, and this is America, okay? When you say, given our side nothing but demoralization, division, confusion, and conflict, that's a hell of a self-report, Joel. Because you know what it's given the American side? It's given us the first fucking hope we've had in dang near our entire lives. I am more optimistic about America's future right now than I have been since I woke up from liberalism and started figuring out what the heck was going on out here. I am deeply encouraged by the courage of Candace and Tucker and Nick, as well as many others like Dave Smith and Clint Russell and all these other people in the commentary space. Deeply encouraged. Thank God America's waking up and putting America first. No more of this fake MAGA America first that got co-opted by gigantic Zionist Jewish donors and shit. Sending more money over to fund foreign wars. We're stoked. We are stoked, dude. America is partying. Let's get on with this. Let's get this out of our government. Let's get this influence out of politics. And let's get back to making America great. Let's get back to America. Your side can move over to your favorite country. And I know Joel is not Jewish, but he might as well go over to the country that he keeps advocating for. I just thought this graphic was funny. It's important to remember the volume of propaganda on the internet right now. They use faced influencers and they use a lot of faceless. But let's never give the faced influencers an out. Xavier, he's sick of the $7,000 a post joke, which is an average, by the way. The reporting that brought up $7,000 a post, that was an average where they looked at all these different documentations and saw that some influencers were getting paid this and some were getting paid this, and the average was about $6,900 and something dollars. I don't know how much Xavier's getting paid, but it's getting old, bruh. So I just wanted to remind you, Xavier, that you went to an act of genocide and mocked starving women and children for money. You walked around with the juice box like a gay fucking genocidal maniac. Like, no one cares. Get wrecked, bro. There's really no words to describe the level of condemnation that you deserve. And the fact that we have people that are willing to put this shit on the internet is just unreal. I'm trying to remember if I gave yeah. He tried to argue semantics about this. It's not a genocide. I don't fucking care, bro. Call it a bar mitzvah for all you want. We can all see it. So we've got influencers that are paid. We've got faceless. We've got bots. We've got bot farms. But we've also got entire media organizations like The Blaze, like Turning Point USA, like the Daily Wire, PragerU. In fact, just about every right-wing media organization was built on Zionist money for the express purpose of promoting Zionist causes. And so when you see them promoting obviously retarded Zionist takes, just tell them to go fuck themselves. Blaze, you're irrelevant. It took me less than a day to get 14,000 likes to you're not even 1,000 yet, and you're an entire fucking media organization. If these media organizations were actually doing their job and reporting on genuine American concerns, genuine conservative media, they would have tens and tens of thousands of likes because they would be promoting and benefiting from the entire dragnet of all of the influence of all of the people in the entire movement that they're promoting. But instead, they're just shills for a foreign government that built these artificial platforms for these artificial influencers to show their artificial talking points on behalf of a foreign nation. And it tricked everyone for it tricked most people for a long time. But the internet slowly broke the dam. And they didn't even realize, they had no idea what to do with it. They still don't know what the fuck to do with it. They don't realize that the shit lives forever. And so a lot of my detractors, they try to paint the way I speak about this as like extreme or like you're just like you're losing your mind. You're crazy. Like you're just making a big deal of it. Oh my gosh, you're obsessed with Israel. Bitch, Israel declared war on American citizens. The Prime Minister of Israel openly declared war on American citizens, and you all pretended like you don't have ears to hear it. Let's remember what Benjamin Netanyahu said. And I know you're going to be like, he didn't actually declare war. Yeah, he did. When he says what he's going to do, believe him.
Christian influencers, okay? You said, we talked about the woke right. And he said, I call it the woke Reich. That's a brilliant.
That was the most forced bitch-ass laughter I've ever heard.
The woke Reich, because these people, they're not any different from the woke left. I mean, they're insane. They're loonies. But they're actually meeting on some of the things. And what we have to do is we have to secure that part of the base of our support in the United States. That is being challenged systematically. A lot of this is done with money.
So a lot of this is done with money. And by this, he means controlling American minds. He means controlling American sentiment. But don't worry, he gets more direct about it.
Money of NGOs, vast. Money of government.
The NGOs, if you're not familiar, go watch Nick Fuentes' show from a couple nights ago about the Heritage Foundation. The NGO networks are vast. And when people talk about a Jewish conspiracy and it's like some big blood libel anti-Semitic conspiracy theory, no, that person's just read on what is actually going on, because there's a vast network, like hundreds of non-governmental organizations, dark money funding, just passing money in and out, flowing things, think tanking, writing policy papers, vetting people, promoting people, artificially inflating things, making up bullshit, all bullshit. And it's a giant network, and it is coordinated, and it is very much on behalf of a foreign nation. And obviously there are NGOs that are not Israeli, but the network of Israeli and Jewish NGOs that support Israel is staggeringly large.
Vaster, okay?
I mean, he literally is saying it right there.
We have to fight back. How do we fight back? Our influencers. I think you should also talk to them if you have a chance.
And by our influencers, he means the Americans sitting across the table from him. The American influencers that are not registered under FARA are influencers.
To that community, they're very important. And secondly, we're going to have to use the tools of battle.
We're going to have to use the tools of battle against Americans in order to win this conflict. And remember, the conflict is getting Americans to support a foreign nation. A foreign head of state saying that we're going to have to use the tools of battle over in America to win over the hearts and minds of American citizens to our foreign state. If Mossad did a cyber attack on America, would that be an act of war? When Russia rigged the U.S. elections, that was an attack, right? That's an act of war. If Iran were to bot the U.S. education system and change all the textbooks without anyone noticing to say Iran is the greatest nation on the earth, would that be good? Is that okay? Is that an attack on America? Right? So when Israel is using the weapons of war against American citizens here,
You know, the weapons change over time. You can't fight today with swords. That doesn't work very well. Okay.
but if he had to, he would. Oh,
And you
he
can't
would.
fight with cavalry. That doesn't work very well. And you have these new things, you know, like drones, things like that. I won't get into that. But we have to fight with the weapons that apply to the battlefields in which we're engaged. And the most important ones are the social media. And the most important purchase that is going on right now is class.
They're not that bright. Give them a pass. They're not that bright. The most important ones are TikTok and X, in his words. And so they already bought TikTok because it's an anti-Semitic conspiracy theory to say that, you know, an awful lot of these wealthy people are Jewish and Israeli Zionists. And now they're coming for X. This is Google search trends in Israel over the past 30 days. Someone noticed that Israel's all searching for how to download X. Just in time for X to get absolutely flooded with fucking bots and Zionist shills and random Eyal Jacobis just posting 500 times a day about how Americans need to feel about this foreign government and how it's America first to foreign government and flooding your comment sections and flooding your post feeds. It's not you. It really has turned to sewage out here. But don't worry. Do not worry. When you scroll through X, when you scroll through your social media and you see all this bullshit, do not worry. Actual Americans in real life are waking up. There's groypers fucking everywhere. America First is on the rise. Leftists, right-wingers, libertarians, all of them know about Israel. All of them agree. We're all hanging out, having tequila and pizza together, waiting for this bitch ass to come home and answer our questions. And so when they get up on stage and the Trump family's there at a Turning Point USA event, they're just getting peppered with questions about Israel and Papa Don's relationship with Israel. And oh boy, is it glorious. Because you can cancel Tucker off the TPUSA stage if you want. You can cancel everyone off the TPUSA stage if you want. Just put a bunch of Josh Hammers up there. That'll be great. But you know who you cannot cancel? Is the audience. Because the audience is awake. Unless you want to bus around your own Zionist audience to all of your events, like you might have been doing to the Megyn Kelly event, you're fucked.
TV over the situation. Israel has not been a great ally to the U.S. all the way since 1960 when they bombed the USS Liberty. Israel is a nation where Christians are constantly under attack in both Gaza and the West Bank. We talk about America first and defending Christians, but how can we do this if we align ourselves with a nation that does not do that itself?
And obviously we don't need to listen to the response because obviously the response is a dishonest kind of evasion. We all know what Papa Don is up to. And we all know that his kids aren't going to admit it on stage. But his kids probably know They watched how Bibi treated their dad around the war in Iran, the 12-day war. They watched how Bibi treated their dad around the ceasefire deal that he was trying to broker. They watched someone literally shoot their dad in the ear, damn near in the face. So let's briefly talk about Zoran Mamdani. I couldn't care less about Zoran's policies. I don't live in New York. I have no intention of living in New York. New Yorkers, I'm sure you're lovely people. I do not like your city. Not like I hate your city. I just don't want to spend time there because cities are bad for you, dude. And New York is dirty. Like, yeah, there's history. I get it. Right? But we've all seen the debate. It's so
first foreign
obvious,
visit by a...
So obvious why he won. It's like, does no one have any self-awareness to just zoom out and stop having opinions and start actually just trying to examine what's going on and learn a thing or two? If this is you, Democrats, Republicans, doesn't matter. If this is you, you're not going to get elected in the future of American politics. It's over. The game is over. We are done sucking the dick of sorry. We are done with the foreign nation stuff.
Mayor of New York is always considered significant. Where would you go first? Left to right, Ms. Adams.
First visit, I would visit the Holy Land.
Mr. Cuomo?
Given the hostility and the anti-Semitism that has been shown in New York, I would go to Israel.
Mr. Tilson, where would you go?
Yeah, I'd make my 4th trip to Israel, followed by my 5th trip to Ukraine, two of our greatest allies fighting on the front
He just went full retard.
lines of the global war on terror.
Mr. Mamdani?
I would stay in New York City. My plans are to address New Yorkers across the 5 boroughs and focus on that.
Mr. Mamdani, can I just jump in? Would you visit Israel as mayor?
I will be doing as the mayor.
And then they double down. And then they triple down. I'm sorry, did you just say that you hate Jews? Did you say that you hate Jews? I think you hate Jews. Say you love Jews. Say you love Jews, Mr. Mamdani. You won't visit Israel? Why won't you go kiss the wall? You're supposed to be the mayor of New York. You need to go to Israel and kiss the wall, Mr. Mamdani. No wonder he won. He was the only one actually running for governor of New York.
That would be enough to collapse the current paradigm and change the whole planet.